Nation.
We are a chosen generation.
Grace Nation.
We are a chosen generation.
My name is Juliana Obiebo. Now, I'm giving two testimony. My first testimony, to summarize it, some years back when I went to serve in Kogi State, I contacted a toilet infection, an infection. I never knew the couple using the toilet with me had a chronic infection, chronic one. So, but other couples were going to the bush, you know, they were doing their thing, but I said, I can't do that. I don't mind washing the toilet. So, but I never knew it was a chronic one. So, even after the service, I still came down to, that was when I came to Grace Nation, yes. So, after some years, 2, 3, 4 years, it was still there. I used some drugs and some other things. The only thing that there were some drugs I could not use because of some limitations. So, but I was in between the deep blue sea. So I was like, now only you fit take this thing away right now. So in the process of time, I never knew when the thing left me. Because I knew it is the God of my father, Dr. Chris Okafor, that removed it. And some other ailments, sometimes it will be as if half of my body, it's whether through stress or maybe the devil, I don't know. But all I know is that the God of my father has been coming through for me to heal me. Hallelujah. Then the second testimony, it just happened last week Sunday. While I was coming to church, I was in a hurry. I was careful as a human being. But I never knew that sometimes our carefulness at times is by the grace of God. So I saw two men in the bus. I did not enter right from Ikorodu. So I saw other two men. But this last one, I was like, I can't go late to church. Let me go in. So I entered. I never knew it was another thing entirely. When I entered the bus, as they were moving, I just noticed they were moving fast. But inside my mind, I was like, the only thing is that before I entered, I felt something inside of me. But that's the fact that I wanted to go very early overwhelmed me. And I was like, let me enter, Jerry. So immediately it was going on speed. I was like, thank God I will even get to where I'm going to. I never knew they had another plan. So as it was going on a speed, it went into an alternative route. That alternative route is only passed when there is traffic in the main distance. So immediately he went, and you know we have longer nights now. This was about after 6. So he branched, and before I knew it, he entered into a place that looks like a bush and an uncompleted building. Immediately I looked and I said, God, I was not begging them, please, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want from me? I was shouting. So immediately I was shouting. The one beside me, like he knew me somewhere before, I don't know. He just gave me a very dirty slap on my ear. My brain turned. So immediately I was now like this. I started calling the God of my father, Dr. Chris Okafor. God of my father, Dr. Chris Okafor. Please, God of my father, Dr. Chris Okafor. So that other one still slapped me again. Wow, the same ear. So, but I was still insisting on God of my father, Dr. Chris Okafor. So immediately, their boss that was driving, he should be in his early 50s or late 40s. He now said to me, he said, calm down. He said, the only thing we just want to do now that got me amazed was that he said, we just want to rape you, we just want to sleep with you. And there were 3, there were 3 of them. And I said to him, immediately I was dumbfounded. I started speaking in tongues. And I told him, I said, you can't do it. He said, what do you mean that you can't do it? I told him something. I said, then immediately he said, we are going to see today. He came down from his car and he came to the back where I was sitting. And he pulled off, and we were wearing Iro and Buba last week Sunday. He took my Buba, he pulled off my Buba, he took my undies, everything I was wearing under me, he removed them. And he brought out his male organ, and immediately he wanted to start. Immediately that time, I was lost. I became unconscious. But inside my mind, I was like, God, is this how it's going to be? Like, I'm sorry, I had to say what I said in my mind. And I said, but that was about 3 minutes. I was just thinking it in my heart. But the man was on me for that 3-4 minutes. He couldn't do anything. He was just using his male organ. He was just going up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Before you knew, his male organ fell. So he now told me, he said, use your hand and put it yourself. I said, how can I use my hand to put what? He now said, the other one again came and gave me a very dirty slap. Wow. The other one held my hand. There were 3. He held my hand and he brought out a machete. The other one held my second hand. Then the other one was, so everything, the other one held my leg. So I was just there, just between me and God. And I was calling. When I gained back my consciousness, I noticed that the man now went to sit down. And he now said, you this girl, you are stressing me. You are stressing me. You just stressed me now. He now spoke in Yoruba. I said, Oloshi lele you. Oloshi oloribuku lele. He just, he said it in Yoruba. He said, come down off the car. Come down from the car. That was how I packed my shoe. And I was looking somewhere else. So that other one still came back. I said, why are you looking at me? He gave me another slap. Pow! He gave me another pow. My earring fell off, jumped off. So I just received slap that day and some other thing. But I thank the God of my father. I know the devil really has issues with all that. I know the devil really had issues with that. But I don't care. All I know that I'm going to serve the Lord. When I came down from the car, I wept for 30 minutes because I don't want to come to church to weep. I just emptied myself. I said, I don't want people to start asking me what is wrong. So I wept there. I emptied myself. Then I now carried my bag. I wore my things. I took my wrapper and I wrapped it and I left. As I was going, I was still crying till I got to a place where I got. But before then, people had come from left, right, and center to say, hey, this and that, this and that. Even where are you going to this early? I said, I'm going. He said, where is your church? They say it's at Beggar. He said, why should you be going to Beggar? All from Ikorodu. You people said you used to pass your boundary. They were saying too many things. They even gave me more. They were saying too many things just to discourage me from coming to church that Sunday. But I said, no, be today. I took my bag and I still headed to church that morning. I give the glory to the God of my father, Dr. Chris Okafor. The 3 of them at a go. Where would I have started the story? I give God the glory. Hallelujah.
The God of our father showed up. Celebrate the God of our father. You can do better than that. Celebrate Jesus better. He dey walk.